Okay, we're going to pause here from normally learning new stuff and let's roll this all up and look at it as a complete set. Your mid-course roll-up, you should understand what wiping does for you, what write blocking is, imaging, hashing, and carving. We're going to go over each one of the elements in the set. You've already seen these before. I wanted to review them as a whole and say, okay, this is your process from a technical standpoint. So wiping, what is it? Well, it's cleaning off that disk so that you can put an image on it. The idea is that you have these recordable medias or re-recordable medias that you're going to write to over and over and over again, like the hard drives and the thumb drives. And you need to go ahead and say, forensically, I've cleaned this off so no data from a previous case is on this, and you need to prove that. So you have to wipe those known bit patterns off. What you really want is a known bit pattern like this written to those drives, all zeros or all ones. That's really what you want out of this. You want to write all zeros and all ones. This takes a pretty long time if you've got a large drive. And the purpose of wiping is just like those science experiments that you had in chemistry class when you were in high school. We could taint the information. We've got to clean out that particular beaker that we're using so that it doesn't screw up our experiment. That's the purpose of wiping. Remember, when you click the delete button, it leaves behind data in there. And you'll notice that this isn't all zeros and all ones. This is hexadecimal representations of data that's been left behind. You need to be able to pull this file up, actually look inside of a hex dump and see all zeros or all ones and nothing else, except for maybe a file header right at the beginning of that, some piece of metadata that lets you know this is when it was done. Reformatting media does not erase the data either. It usually only establishes the new empty record for the files on the media. There's no more records for this, but if you were to actually examine that at the low level, you would see that there was data left behind. So current files are not erased when you do reformatting. There's no such thing as a low-level format. Now, the consequence of doing this the wrong way is that people could get off for wrongful conviction. People could sue the state for wrongful conviction. So we have to be very clear that we started with a zero blank slate, and we have to be able to prove that. Now, the benefit of wiping is that you can say at the very start of what you're doing to the opposing counsel, we made sure before we used any of our media that we actually wrote a series of all zeros and then a series of all ones to that particular disk drive, and it shows that you are a forensics expert and that you're following good procedure for your organization. The opposing counsel has less to attack. That's what it boils down to.